Good morning. Thought I'd do a little something different this morning. I'm gonna do more of a vlog style, so you just get to come along with me on a day in the homestead. So let's get to it. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Cece. My husband Kirk and I homestead in the big beautiful state of Montana. And typically in the mornings I go out to milk, but we're running a little late this morning. He has an event to go to later this evening, so I'm gonna milk this evening. He's milking this morning. I got some coffee on. I'm gonna do egg in the nest for breakfast. I have some mozzarella I need to make today. We might go pick apples later today. I've got some homeschooling to do today, so I gotta make sure my coffee doesn't run over. So I'm just gonna bring you guys along and you get to see what it looks like on a day that I need to get some work done. Next up, I'm gonna take these 3 gallons of milk, cream, take the cream off of them, kind of see the cream level right here, and make some mozzarella. One of the challenges that I face is trying to figure out how to get like cheese made and homeschool, because sometimes cheese, you have to have the timing right. This is a really fast recipe, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and then if the kids need to work on some homeschool, they can do some things that they know how to do without me, handwriting, art, you know, maybe some math a while. So I am gonna go ahead and just put the cream in here, and then once the cream has warmed up a little bit, I'll go ahead and churn it into butter. But yeah, I get to crank these open. Just to show you a little bit how redneck we are. This is actually something made to open oil filters in the underneath your car. And so Kirk had an extra one, so this is what I use. To open really tight milk jugs. I need to heat that up to 55 degrees, I believe, and then do the next step. The recipe is for 1 gallon at a time, but the author said she's done it up to 4 gallons at a time, so I'll just have to like triple the ingredients and it should work out just fine. The reason I take the cream off the top is because I'm only getting it up to 55, 60 degrees. It is not warm enough to get the cream reincorporated back into the milk. Plus this milk is about a week old, which is still fine to make this mozzarella cheese, but that means the cream really has all come to the top and it's going to be really hard to reincorporate it back in. So it works out great. I can skim it, use it for butter, and use the rest for the milk. The timer went off, which means it is now time for the kids' part of morning chores, feed the dog, feed the turtle, that kind of a thing. And then I'll be back when this gets warm and we'll do the next step. Okay, I was only supposed to allow it to heat up to 55 and I got distracted and it's all the way up to 80. So I gotta cool it back down to the 55, 60 degree mark. So I have it in ice water. We'll see if I can get it back down to temperature. All right, I think I got it close enough, and I'm gonna add my diluted citric acid. Now I did all that work to cool it down, just to heat it up to about where it was. But if you're making cheese, you kind of have to make sure your temperatures are right. All right, I'll come back and check on it a little bit, see if we can get a subject of school done in a while. All right, I am trying to do school and finish up cheese at the same time. So the rennet has already been in there. It is now time to basically start making little tiny curds, heating them up, getting it into a big ball, and start to do the stretching and all of that. I'll probably show you guys when I'm starting to actually stretch it, because that's kind of the fun part. But until then, we are going to take a break from school so I can do this cheese. And then we'll go back to doing school, because I can't have my hands in the cheese pot and teach school. So let's see if these curds will break. All right, I'll see you when I'm ready to stretch it. Okay, this is cool. Like, look at that stretch. It's getting really shiny. It's not lumpy anymore. Just look at that. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna dip it once or twice more yet, and then stick it in this pan to cool. Left in here. Well, all right, so almost 3 gallons of milk only made this much mozzarella, but that's okay. I'm just happy I finally have a mozzarella recipe that I can work with. So I'm gonna stick that in the refrigerator and then back to school. Somebody was working on some spelling words. Another one was working on some handwriting. Next up will be math. We use the Good and Beautiful curriculum. So far, I seem to like it pretty well. And so we have math and language for one kiddo. We have math and handwriting to do for another kiddo. And then we might call it a day, since I think we're gonna go pick apples later. Okay, I'm gonna churn some butter, and then I think I'm just gonna do a real simple lunch, just fry up some hot dogs. And then the plan is to meet my mom in town at my brother's house, because he has a ladder that we can use to pick apples, and we will be picking apples this afternoon. So that'll be good. This will take a little while. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, that mixer is pretty loud, but I think it is almost done turning to butter. I put plastic wrap on it because it just sprays a lot up. I used to do a towel, but then my towels would just get soaked and it would be kind of a mess to clean, and they were starting to smell kind of bad. So I saw that somebody did plastic wrap, and that's how I do it. It's so much easier to clean up. I think we're at butter. I'm gonna let it go just a touch longer so it's not in tiny, tiny little balls. It's actually nice and clumped up. It's pretty soft. It's barely clumped up. So I'm gonna just try to do without splashing everywhere. You can see it wanting to come right out over top. It's a little soft, that's okay. I'm gonna bring it over to the sink and rinse it, and then put some salt in it. So we'll swing this around. I'm gonna put it right in there. I get nice and cold, it'll kind of help harden it up a little. Oh, it is very soft. Okay. Took my container with some salt. I don't worry about getting all the buttermilk out of it. We normally store our butter in the refrigerator. If you don't get the buttermilk out, sometimes it will turn your butter rancid a little easier, a little faster. But because we store our butter in the refrigerator more often than leaving it on the shelf, I don't worry about it too much. There we go. This guy is gonna go in the freezer. And I got butter hands I need to wash. And there we go. Butter is done. Okay, lunch is over. Made myself some iced coffee. Most times after lunch, I just take some time and just kind of browse social media, just kind of rest and let my brain just take a break. Homeschooling is something that we've made as a commitment, not necessarily something that I love to do. And so normally by the time lunch is all done, I need just something kind of like brain dead, so to speak, just to relax. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I have to get everything ready to go pick some apples. All right, here we are. I'm gonna pick some apples now. Okay, we did not get near as many apples as I had anticipated us getting. The apple tree was a little hard to get to, and I'm not super comfortable on a tall ladder, and neither is my mom. And it was way hotter than I thought. Like I was starting to get like kind of lightheaded and hot. So we got ourselves a bucket and then just a little bit. So I will leave those for another day to deal with, and I need to get some ice water and just sit for a little while. Small change of plans. My husband forgot his shirt for his fundraiser tonight, so back into town we go, and that'll be okay. We can kind of look around the fundraiser, see what other nonprofit organizations are there, and maybe get a little food from the food trucks, and then come home and milk, but quick trip to town. Okay, the not fun part about homesteading is the amount of dishes that I seem to accumulate in a day. And because I did milk and I made some yogurt last night, and we've probably did a gallon of milk this morning too. I have a lot of milk jugs that need to be washed, so I'm gonna attempt to get a load in the dishwasher. We are doing just easy stuff for supper tonight since Kirk's in town, and then milking yet. And I'm done. I don't feel good, I'm done, but there's still some work to do. Okay. The day is done. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get milking done there because I just wasn't feeling very good, but managed to get it done. And so now it is time to start the bedtime routine. Tomorrow I am going to be making lots and lots of bread for farmers market. So if this is something you guys enjoy, check me out on Instagram, KC Montana Homestead. And I share all my stories almost daily, give you guys an idea of what my day-to-day life looks like here homesteading in Montana. So till next week, have a great one.